This is the Leo Climaco Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Leo Climaco Podcast. Man, today's guest is a dear, dear friend of mine. And today's podcast is not going to be your traditional interview style podcast. We've actually already done that with Will. If you want to take a look, I think it's episode 20. Don't quote me on that. I'll make sure to put the link down below of the exact episode where I do the full interview on Will. But today, we're going to do more of a conversational, current events discussion type of podcast where me and Will are going to go over a number of topics. And we're just going to talk about them, shoot the shit, get our opinions out, and have a great time. Hope you guys enjoy. Hi, Will.
My man.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing, Bubba?
Doing well, man.
I like it.
Happy that we finally
Got here.
made this happen.
Made it happen.
Yeah. We've been talking about this for a while.
Months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To really...
And after my birthday, I was like, bro, let's set this thing up.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're here.
Baby, we're here.
I fucking love it.
We're here. Shooting the shit like we always do.
Will,
Talk to me.
you look good, bro.
Thanks, man.
You've gotten
A little bigger.
a little bigger.
A little thicker.
Yeah.
I've had to change my entire wardrobe. Seriously, I mean that. There's no more smalls in my closet. Everything's
awesome.
a medium or a large.
That's great.
And brother, it's not fat. It's literally
it's
muscle.
pure muscle.
Yeah, it's muscle.
Yeah.
It's I joke about this all the time. Like with my clients, I'm like, I've always trained my whole life. And as we can go back to the first podcast, boxing, everything, right? Now I really look like I train because I've added so much muscle. I've kind of changed my style of training a little bit.
Did you for a long time feel like you looked like you didn't train?
Dude, I had people ask me if I worked out.
Really?
They were like, "Oh, you're a trainer?" And they looked me up and down. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I can do muscle ups for days. I can do 18 muscle ups at one time, no breaks.
Wow.
I could do 125 push-ups, no breaks. I could bench press
do
double
125
Without
push-ups, no
stopping.
breaks.
without stopping.
That's amazing.
Back in the day. Now I can still do the 18 muscle ups. Now I'm probably hitting 80 push-ups, 85
Still a
push-ups.
I could probably do maybe 40, maybe half that.
Did you see
nonstop.
my dip that I did, the 135 dip?
Yes.
3 times.
And I saw your pull-ups that you did with the fucking 90-pound weight between your fucking legs.
Oh yeah. It's changed. Like not so much calisthenics.
Will, all jokes aside, I could do maybe 3 pull-ups.
Dude, you're tall. That's a small man sport. Calisthenics is a small man. Do you see gymnasts tall?
No.
You're 6 fucking what, 5?
5.
Yeah, 6'5". Basketball,
It's
baby.
such a struggle to do a pull-up.
Absolutely, bro. It's your muscle fibers are so much longer.
Yes.
You know,
I have
mine
to
are
go so
short.
much higher.
100%. Bench press is probably harder for you.
Yes, it is.
Squats harder, deadlifts harder.
Yes.
For me, it's way easier, bro. It's way easier.
Lower center of gravity,
100%,
right?
man. 100%. I don't have short arms, but like, it's just easier. The range of motion is just shorter.
You actually have a good size
do.
arm for your body size.
Yeah, that's what was so good with boxing.
Yes.
At my weight class.
Long reach.
Using the longer reach, and I was just strong at the size. But going back to my point, now like people are like look at me like I train. My brother, right? He always wanted to get big. I never understood that. I was like, bro, why do you like getting big? He's like, I thought the reason was horrible. He is like, because nobody fucks with me. I was like, that's kind of a silly reason. And that's definitely not the reason I have.
It's like putting an armor on.
In armor, but kind of a coward thing to say, in my opinion. Like, nobody fucks with me. It's like kind of weird to say that.
Right.
Like, I'm not afraid if somebody fucks with me. I lift heavy and I am the size I am now from just hard work and changing the training style. I don't walk outside. I don't even like tight clothing. I like loose clothing. I don't like clothes to be really, really tight. They have now because I've gotten bigger, right? But I don't want my clothes all that tight. But no, training now, dude, is like people look at me like that fucking guy gets it. That guy gets after it. And that feels really good. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's satisfying, bro. It's like an affirmation. It's like this really is working. Training, because back in the day, just 2 years ago, I'd have people would ask me wearing a shirt. They're like, "Oh, you work out?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I work out." I mean, I was
my whole fucking life.
My whole life, I was still squatting heavyweight, benching heavyweight. I just didn't have any size. And honestly, that's because of testosterone therapy. Like I had low testosterone and started TRT, and I ballooned up, bro. I got to, from 320, I got to 1250 testosterone, which
Wow.
is too high. Got it back down, but that's clearly the reason, man. It's clearly the reason.
I'm at that. I'm between 12 and 1300 right now.
You always had natural high testosterone, though, no?
Well, no, I'm also on TRT.
Yeah, I know that.
But no, that's
No?
not true. Mine was very low. Mine was at 400 levels at one point.
Yeah, that was 380.
Yeah.
That was 380. Well, 1200 feels good. You just feel a little
Feels
bit like
amazing.
you feel a little bit like superhuman.
Yeah.
You know, you're thick, you're strong. Like and I also recovery. My recovery is 10 times better, bro.
I agree.
10 times better.
Less sore.
High sex drive.
Yes. Extremely high sex
High
drive.
sex drive. Super
Yes.
high sex drive.
Extremely.
Mm-hmm. And that's good for your mental well-being.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, man, I'm married to a beautiful Latina, and I didn't want to have sex all the time. I'd have sex maybe 3 times a week.
Wow.
You know, now it's like, you know, go after it.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Get after it. Dale. Come on now. But we didn't even mean to get on that topic. But yeah, TRT, man, big fan of it. I'm almost 40. I don't think kids in their 20s should be doing it.
I agree.
I don't think kids in their 20s should be doing any of that shit.
I was told that it's over 35.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense, man. And the fact is, if you have low T, that's dangerous.
Yes.
That's fucking dangerous.
I
There
agree.
is nothing wrong with taking synthetic testosterone from your doctor, not off the
Yes.
street.
Correct.
Go to a proper person. to
You're
get
going
your-
to feel so
Oh
much
my
better.
God, dude. You're so much better. You
Yeah.
sleep better. You feel better. Yeah.
They're even prescribing it to
clarity.
women now. A very low
Tell
dosage.
me about that. Really?
Very, very low. It's like a 0.5, I believe,
What for?
for the same reason.
Really?
Yes.
And they don't grow hair on their
Women
legs or nothing?
also have testosterone,
Yeah.
just a much lower rate,
Mm-hmm.
and that can also get low in women.
Mm.
So you take like a point something
Mm-hmm.
just to raise it up a little bit
Interesting.
to give you more of a
Yeah, boost.
boost.
Boost. Mental
Yes.
clarity, all of that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's interesting. dude. I'm going to look into
Yes.
that. I'm going to look into that.
And it's also highly recommended for women during menopause.
Okay. So, okay. After 40.
Yeah.
I've never heard that in my life, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to look into that.
Because their testosterone level goes way down
Mm-hmm.
during menopause. Their hormones are off.
How's Danny been doing?
She's doing very well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any testosterone therapy for Danny?
No, it was suggested, but I think she's mentally working her way there.
She is beautiful.
Thank you.
She's beautiful, man. When I check out her Instagram a lot, and I enjoy my time, very limited time I've had with her, but she's like beautiful. Like she's just a beautiful person.
She really
like,
is.
aesthetically.
She shines very bright.
She shines bright. So do
Yeah.
you, but she's very feminine.
Thank you.
So when I asked that question, I'm not saying like, hey, I think she needs it. I'm just like, because you said
No,
the
no, no.
menopause,
Right.
and after a child and things like that.
Yeah.
My wife even, I'm like, I think about things because she has a hard time completing tasks. And the thing with high testosterone, if I were to tell somebody, what is it like when you have low T? You don't want to do difficult things
Or
You just don't.
anything. Yeah.
Oftentimes it's hard to get off the couch.
Yeah.
And with high T, you are all about doing difficult shit. Makes sense. Like lifting really heavy weight is fucking difficult. Going to the
Yes.
gym every day is difficult, even when you're sore. Go no matter what. Doing errands. I hate minuscule errands. I hate it.
Right.
I hate small tasks. I can't stand it. But I've noticed like I complete my daily task every day now. I think we talked about it last time we were at the Mexican restaurant, but
Yeah.
I complete all my daily tasks now.
It's almost like it gives you a reserve of energy
Mm-hmm.
that you have to run that out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Otherwise, you're just charged.
So true.
Yes.
So very true.
You know,
Yeah, I have
So
to
it's
work out
like-
twice a day.
let's go do fucking errands.
Absolutely.
You know, let's
Uh-huh.
go get something to get this
Absolutely.
energy out.
Absolutely,
You
brother.
can't just fuck all day.
Well said, man. You can't fuck all day. Yeah, you can't. Your dick will like shrivel up, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe she can't. You know, maybe
Right.
she can't handle it. We don't want
Right.
to bruise the poor girl, right? But no, I do a hard indoor workout weight, and I do stairs at nighttime or sprints at nighttime, boxing at nighttime, stuff like that. Because you're right. Like the racehorse still has fuel.
Yes.
You got to run that fucker. And if you don't run that racehorse that's fueled up, depression can kick in, all kinds of weird stuff.
100%.
So,
Can't
Yeah.
leave that bottled up inside.
no, man, not at all. And also, you know, what I'm trying to get to now is not just only having workouts be my main thing that I go to. I've done that my whole life. Like I always, if I'm stressed, if I'm sad, I've had some tragedies pop up and like I go to workouts, right? Now I'm like, yeah, but why don't you build another business or something? Like, why don't you build another stream of income, which online training is something I really want to do.
I think both can be true.
Yeah.
Because
no, yeah.
I think it's also okay to have a safe place, a safe space.
Yeah, that's the gym for me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
Yeah. I
But
appreciate you
also,
saying that. No,
yes.
you're right, though. You're right.
You know?
And I've said that. Like, my friend Joshua was saying, he's like, dude, I bet at the gym, you validate the way you feel. Like, everybody sees you and they also validate it by coming up to you and like appreciating my workouts and appreciating the effort I put into my workouts, because everybody always says something, right? And he's like, the gym validates you. And honestly, it's kind of the only place I get it. Like, it's the only place I get. Joe Rogan talks about this. Like, if I work out, I'm not that I ever feel like a piece of shit. But he's like, if I work out that day, I don't feel like a piece of shit. I don't feel like that anyways, but I got what he was saying.
I understand that too.
If I complete that task, I feel worthy.
You feel accomplished.
I feel worthy because
Yes.
I do truly feel special. I really do. Like, I feel like I'm a special human being. I feel like I'm put on this planet for great things, but I got to do great things to feel that way.
Yes.
Like, I got to do extra things to feel great. And if I don't, I just feel fucking ordinary. And when I feel fucking ordinary, I don't feel good. You know what I mean?
I do.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Let's get into our first topic.
Hit
Watch
me.
this segue. Okay.
Hit me.
Watch this.
Gonna pivot?
Watch this. Watch this.
Hit me.
Okay.
Bro. Yep.
Speaking about boxing,
Mhm.
speaking about testosterone,
Hit me.
give me your take on a man winning gold in female boxing.
Yeah. Yeah. Not okay with that. And I got into that debate with somebody. And of course, somebody always wants to defend things that aren't right. And it's fucking blatantly not right. I've fought and sparred with, against my will, world champion female boxers. Didn't want to. World champion. But the coach was like, hey, man, she can take it. Go box with her.
Sparring.
Go spar with her. Sorry.
Yeah,
Spar
yeah.
with her. And with headgear and all that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think that's fine.
I don't like to do it.
Really?
I do not like to hit women, bro. And plus, they have breasts. And if I throw a shot to the, it's uncomfortable.
I know what you
And
mean.
these are gritty fucking women.
No, I
These
know what
women
you
can
mean.
take it. But it's not comfortable. Anyways, I was sparring with this woman, and bro, she was piecing me up. But at the same time, I didn't feel her punches, though. I did not feel anything.
It's good.
And this is a world champion. Now, if I fight a world champion male, I've done it before. I can't touch him. He can slip it. He makes me look like a clown. Now we're talking about young, in their 20-something, maybe even earlier than that.
Yeah.
People that have worked their whole life to get to this pinnacle
Yes.
of the Olympics.
Yes.
And we could talk about that breakdancing girl too. Holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
But-
Yes, we're definitely going there.
But
100%.
I like the pivot. But this girl, boy, whatever, if you're born with a vagina, listen, man, you're a girl. And if you're born with a dick, you're a dude.
She's actually different.
Because the chromosomes or something?
Well, no, I don't know what to call it.
Me either. Shim.
But I'm going to call it a he.
Okay, copy.
He was born with both a vagina and testicles.
That is wild, dude.
Wild. It's like a 1 in a gajillion.
So you read deep into this. I didn't. I got
did.
Cliff Notes.
I read deep
got
into
Cliff
it.
Notes of this. Okay, copy.
He
so
was
vagina
born
and balls
with both
wow.
a vagina
Okay.
and a pair of balls,
Okay.
which
It's wild. Didn't know I could have
genetically makes him a male because he had testicles,
Mhm.
and that creates. He went through puberty as a male
Mm.
because he had testicles.
And looks like it.
correct,
Yeah.
which is why he never grew breast,
Okay.
but he still has a vagina hole.
How common is that?
Not common at all.
Yeah.
He's like 1 in I don't know what, a billion.
So when you say stuff like that, I mean, if it's a girl, it's a girl. If it's a boy, it's a boy. And fuck, it gets complicated. That is a really 1 in a billion
Correct.
thing there.
Yes.
But what you're saying now, I guess I got to pull back a little bit. Like, if it's a girl, it's a fucking girl. She's got a vagina.
But it's-
I'm confused, but I'm a simple man.
I don't think she has ovaries.
So can't have kids.
Correct.
Okay, so I don't know. I think at that level, again, going back to what I said, the passion of the sport that I have,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going to go to the Olympics. And My mom pulled me out because she was like, "That's going to take away your childhood. You're not going to be a kid." She, I wish I would have gone, but she's right. I get what you're saying. Dude, these guys work so hard, man. These guys work so hard, and to take it away by putting unfair competition, bro.
Here's a question, though.
It's unfair competition.
Look, 100%.
And that's the beauty about boxing, though, more than any other sport, and MMA as well. Fighting is the most truest sport in the world.
I agree.
You can be massive and mean and angry and just you're more hostile or whatever, but we're still the same weight class. You could be taller, you could be longer arms and more mean or whatever, right? But when we get in that ring or octagon, we are the same weight class. So it's just up to me to figure out how to beat you. Now, if this person hits way harder and they can just take more punishment, Mexican fighters, they can just take more punishment. Here's more, right? Clarissa Shields, that's a badass woman. You ever see that woman fight?
No.
She's probably the best female boxer of all time.
You think she's better than Amanda Nunes?
Siriano? Nunes?
No,
Nunes
I'm sorry.
is MMA.
I'm sorry, not Nunes. Siriano.
Different weight classes. Siriano's the best at her weight class.
Got it.
Now, nobody can fuck with Shields, though. But MMA, Nunes is the best.
Badass.
And it's crazy how quickly that sport evolved. I love this conversation. Look at Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
Ronda Rousey, all the respect, I love her. I love the pioneer, right?
Same.
But at the same time, she could not fuck with any of these females now.
No.
Her skill set was pretty limited. Pretty limited.
She's very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
And impulsive, which I think gave her an advantage
good
because
word.
people weren't expecting her to be that way.
Hell no.
Right?
And she's grimy
she came
and gritty
and punched
and
you right
mean.
in the face and rocked you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now all the women know those skills.
Correct.
And they've elevated.
They learned from her.
Oh my gosh.
She paved the way.
Yeah. What do they call that? A trailblazer. 100%.
Right. But she was limited in talent.
So, but let's go back to this boy.
Yes.
Girl, whatever, okay? All due respect.
I think its name is
Somebody's
Iman.
going to learn how to beat that person now.
For
now
sure.
It's your job to learn how to beat that person. Now, so biology, though, it gets complicated. Hitting harder can take more punishment, man. But if we're the same weight, it's a fair fight. It is. If we're the same weight, bro, it's a fair fight. If I fight a guy, or if I fight a guy,
You think it's fair,
10
male,
pounds
female,
more than me,
same
it's a
weight?
big difference. No,
Okay.
no, I don't.
Got it.
Good
Okay.
question. No, I don't. But at the same time, what the fuck is she? He,
Right.
right? The Olympics, which I would think would be very
That's
stringent
my question
on
to you.
testing.
Why do you think the Olympics allowed it?
Why did they do the open ceremony like that? I'm
There's that
very
too.
confused, man.
That was
I'm like,
fucking
what
crazy.
are you? Is there a thing that you're trying to? Is this some propaganda we're trying to get from this?
1,000%.
And there's so many people opposed to it. Now, people are going to be opposed to everything, but it's like, that made no fucking sense to me. The drag queens, all of that.
Recreating the Last Supper.
Come on. Like, that is
The
disrespectful.
level of disrespect.
That's have some respect,
Yes.
man. Have some respect. And there was none. And then the lady that put on the Olympics was like, oh, we didn't think we'd get that kind of backlash. You didn't think about, dude, you think the effort we put into this right now, this podcast, effort that we put in our everyday lives is great, but it's nothing comparison to fucking putting on the Olympics.
100%.
You're telling me you didn't sit back and think like, this is not a good fucking idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a good idea. Don't do that. Now going back again to the boxers, like,
Will, there
Hit me.
were penises hanging out.
bro, I know.
Testicles shown through shorts.
It's fucking disgusting, bro.
A
I'm not
fucking
for that.
dude in a bikini sitting on a table like a blue fucking alien.
What a weirdo.
The
What
fuck?
a fucking weirdo. I mean, I saw a little bit of that and I was just like, I think it's because I'm getting older. Like, the moment something doesn't attract me, I'm out. Like, it's like, this is not attractive.
No.
I'm here to watch track and field. I'm here to watch amazing athletes. I don't give a flying fuck about you trying to persuade us into being more inclusive with transgenders and all this. It's like, I don't need to
It's not the
include
place for that.
No, fuck no, man. It's absolutely
It's not
not. Sport, you need to stop fucking with sports. Sports are sports. We don't need politics in sports.
No.
We don't need any of that bullshit. Why we love sports, man, is because dudes and women can sit back and it's real, it's authentic, it's like, it's awesome. Now, I don't love women's sports. I just don't. I love watching Caitlin Clark play basketball. I think she's fucking phenomenal. Talk about a trailblazer.
And she plays for your hometown team.
Amen, baby. Indiana Fever, let's go.
Which helps.
It does. It really does. I won't lie. But like all these women should be thinking, that's a whole nother topic. All these women should be thinking Caitlin Clark, but they hate her. It's like, you can't bitch about one thing, get it, and then complain about how you got it. You wanted publicity. You wanted notoriety.
Yes.
You got it. Now you're like, oh, it's because she's white. Whether it is or it isn't, you got what you wanted. Now just be grateful and now learn from her. She dresses well. She speaks well. None of that hood racket shit. Like, I know hood white people. So if I say hood, that doesn't mean I'm talking about black people.
Right.
I know hood white people too.
It's a state of mind.
It's a state of mind. And it's
100%.
also intelligence.
Yes.
Like this woman does her interviews very well. She speaks well. Nobody likes ghetto people. Nobody really likes it. You don't like it on the TV. I don't want to hear it. I like people that speak well. Everybody's that way. That's it.
Which is why being articulate is a compliment.
It's huge.
But putting Caitlin aside for 1 second, I'm definitely going to go back to that.
Yeah. We didn't even get to the boxer.
As we were talking, a download came to me as to why they're doing this in the Olympics. As you were talking, you were telling me about competition, about
yes. I want that.
The
I want
moment
that grit,
you did
man.
that, a download came to me. They don't like that.
They don't. They're trying to take away masculinity.
They don't like that.
They're trying to take away masculinity. I see
So
that.
let's infuse this bullshit in the middle of a competition that creates this type of energy that we don't like. And let's try to dampen that by throwing this bullshit in the middle of it.
Now you dampen it, but what's the benefit to them in doing that? It's like when people talk about Democrats wanting to tear down America, which I'm not disagreeing, but what's the fucking benefit of tearing down the Olympics with feminine fruitcake shit that they were doing?
Control.
Okay, control of, like, tell me more.
This energy that's created by being an athlete
Beautiful.
can lead to you being a leader and you thinking on your own outside the box. Because to get to that level, you are a very outside the box person already because you're training and doing things that others aren't doing to get there.
You're outside the box. I don't think they're trying to control athletes. I think they're trying to control the viewers.
No, 100%. But
you
it starts with the athletes because they're the example. They're the ones everyone's looking to.
I kind of hear you on that one, actually. I kind of
know
hear
what I mean?
But athletes are very regimented and actually kind of boxy. Because to be a really good athlete, you are outside the box, so you're not going to go get a 9 to 5.
Correct.
You're not going to college. You're not doing that bullshit. But you do have...
They're very routine based.
Very, bro.
Right.
So they're a little bit within the box, but their box... Like you ever
Is
see...
outside the normal box.
Who's some of your favorite athletes? Football players, right? Some of my favorite athletes are football players. But have you ever seen them throw a baseball? They can't throw a fucking baseball. Why?
I would disagree with you personally.
They put so much time and effort in just football. So athletes don't want to fuck around really typically with politics. They just want to focus on their sport. A really good athlete, MJ, Kobe, those guys just want to focus on their sport. And when they get out of that, it gets a little dicey. And why I'm thinking about, I think they're trying to attack the viewers because most people sit on their ass and watch TV all day. Athletes don't. They might be, because you do see athletes now getting a little more outspoken on politics and viewpoints and things like that.
100%.
So I hear you. I think you got a point there. But it's hard to get an athlete out of their thinking. It really is. A real athlete kind of just Tom Brady. This is the way they think. That's where they are.
I don't think their point is to go after the athlete. I
Viewers.
think their point is after the viewers by just
20 million views. Whatever.
trying to lower the temperature within that athletic field.
Okay.
Right?
And gain control.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I hear you. I just don't see how much win in it is for them. Like, okay, I got control of the athlete. I got control of their brain. Okay, now what?
Now I can just feed them propaganda.
The athlete.
No, the viewers.
The viewers. Copy.
Yes. Maybe some of the athletes also.
Have you ever, like, I know you probably don't watch much TV, nor do I. But I think I was sick or something. I was watching TV. Like, I was watching commercials, which I never do. I watch either YouTube videos or maybe some Netflix at nighttime.
Right.
Or something like that, but I rarely watch TV. Oh, fuck, man. I was watching a football game. That's what it was. I was watching a football game, and I was watching the commercials.
Preseason.
Yeah. That's how much I love football. I watch that. But I was watching the commercials. I'm like, these commercials feel like they're trying to brainwash you into something.
100%.
There's always pharmaceutical stuff that they're selling. And it's always ESPN's always selling some kind of bullshit.
Did
on
you
their
know
commercials.
that America is the only country, is the only advanced country that allows pharmaceutical commercials on TV?
Didn't know that. I'm not surprised though.
We're the only country.
We're about to get some Bill Gates fake meat too. I'm not surprised. Everything about America, as we've gotten older and we really recognize it,
Yeah.
it's truly a country that is just about making money. It is a pure capitalist country.
It's a corporation.
It's a fucking corporation,
Yeah.
man. And it runs, which with I believe what you're saying, this is going to give credence to that. It is it's propaganda and it's control. It's control. Like they're the higher ups or the secret societies or whatever, they are trying to control you. And I think you're right, man. I think they're trying to make it a weaker society because weak people, you can control weak people.
Correct.
And I think that's ultimately what you're saying. I just don't know. Like, think about BlackRock. BlackRock came and bought a bunch of properties. I think they're doing even right now, even all over Florida. Ultimately, control, become a huge landlord. Now all of America is just a rental. We just rent. So that's landlords have great control, right?
Yep.
And so owning a house is going to be like
For the
dude, you
rich
got-
only.
The rich only. You kill the middle class. Now you just got poor and rich.
Correct.
I see that happening, bro. And I'm also like, why is America doing this to itself? Like, why are you doing this why are you cutting out middle class? I mean,
Because
I just don't see the gain.
When you are on top at that level,
You got to have control.
you don't want others to reach it also.
Okay.
You want that space to be for you and your far few friends.
Okay.
You don't want it to get too contaminated. And at the same time, you need everybody else to work for you. You need everybody else to produce so you can continue to be the visionary creator that you think you are.
Mm-hmm. I just don't see the gain in it, man. Like the gain in creativity is some of the most amazing people come from poor families. Some of the most amazing people come from like the trenches. And the thing that makes them great is that the ingenuity, the creativity that they bring to the table. I train a lot of very wealthy people. And I'll be honest with you, some of the kids, like they're just trying to be busy. They're not creating though. Being busy in like creating takes like, it's a necessity. Like you have to do it. I have got to get out of the situation I am.
Right.
And you end up creating something pretty cool when you do that.
Right.
If you don't have to get out of a situation, you're just kind of, I'm just going to be busy. I'm going to try music for a while. Now I'm going to get into sculpture or whatever the fuck, painting, right?
Right.
Those people don't usually create much. They really don't. Why? Why take that? That's why I don't understand about countries that, what is it? Like Democrat ran countries, like not Democrat. What's the word that I'm looking for, bro? Communist.
Communist.
I'm going to pay you an allowance each month, and that's all you make. That stumps them because they're like, oh, okay, $2,000 a month that pays for my bills, gives me some food. But it stumps. They don't ever want more. That's that control that I think you're talking about. But again, why? Like they always peel the onion back.
Let me ask you a question.
Why though? I want you to be creative. I want you to make this country better. Look at Venezuela. Decade after decade, it's a poor country.
It used to be
Amazing.
one of the best countries on earth.
Correct. And it's like, look at it now. What you're doing isn't working.
Correct.
So change it. And they don't. And so
let me give you
America's
the example
going that
of
way as well.
America,
Hit me.
for example, okay? Let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
Why is a Rolls Royce so prestige? Why is it put on that pedestal? Because it's high value, it's luxury, not everyone can have it, it's very expensive.
Okay.
And those that do own it feel a certain way about themselves when they do own it.
Copy.
They feel very special. They feel very successful.
Mm-hmm.
They feel very powerful. They feel better than everybody else.
They feel like the few, the unique.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Once you obtain that feeling, there are certain mindsets out there that don't think that everyone deserves to feel that.
That's wild. I'm the opposite. And so are you. Like, I'm the opposite. I want you to
Correct.
feel great, man. Because I know if we're all getting it, and I'm not uber wealthy like that, and maybe I don't even think I would change my mind. When I get to the place I want to be, wealthy wise, I'm gonna share it, dude. Like I even now, dude, I do well. I tip people really well. I
Same.
share advice all the time with things that I truly know. I don't give advice to anything that I don't really know. I'll be like, hey, here's what I think. I never start by saying something I don't really know by being like, this is the definitive, absolute way to do this.
Right.
Well, if I don't really know, I don't talk like that. I'm like, this is how I think. This is how I feel about this. And I don't know. I don't have that makeup where it's like, I'm going to hoard everything. Fuck that, bro. I have never been like that, ever. Like, I get something like, cool. And if I got it through hard work, now I can teach how I did it.
Right.
And if I just got it because I got lucky, well, fuck, I'm going to share this, man. Hey, I got some of this. You get some of this too. I got some of this. You get some of this too. It makes me feel really good.
So let's
do
look.
that.
So let's look on the bright side.
Hit me.
Okay.
Why do I keep saying hit me? What's going on with that?
Because you're a boxer.
It's not, I keep saying hit me. That's coming out of nowhere.
I think we are living during a time where there's more people awakening than ever before.
I think you're absolutely right.
There's more people that are realizing this truth. There are more people that are combating against it and that are doing things in a different way to try to change that for the future. And
Absolutely.
I think the more that we have these conversations,
Absolutely.
the more
Real
that people are
conversations.
waking up and being enlightened to the truth, I think eventually we'll get to a point where all of this collapses and shifts.
And what do you think that looks like when it collapses and shifts?
What America was originally supposed to stand for. Everyone having an opportunity, right?
Mhm.
Everyone having the ability to have their basic necessities met.
Mhm.
I do think that with AI and robots and we'll get to a place where
The cream will rise to the top.
a lot of jobs are going to be taken away.
Yep. So you got to get good at
And
something.
I do
really good
think
at
the
it.
government will have to pay people to live.
I think you're absolutely right on that. I really do.
I think it's going to have to be like $2,000 a month,
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
a base.
So, yeah, I think, yeah, 100%.
Probably
Man.
$2,000 a month for each person to have their basic needs met.
Mm-hmm.
Home, food, you know?
God, bro, that's sad to think about.
Yeah.
But what I tell people, like,
But that gives you more time to read, learn, evolve.
absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Exactly.
You know?
And if you're like AI and you're getting worried about, Bubba, just go get a job that AI can't replace. And it's probably going to be minimal. But if you're really good at something and you know how to study something, you get good at something, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Like, I hear people with their training. They're like, oh, AI is going to take over that. Dude, no, they're not. Because right now, people hire me for the motivation. Like, they hire me to be there. Like, Will, I'm not going to do this shit without you. So they're not going to do it with a robot being there either. They need a human emotion and feeling. They need that. A YouTube video or you setting it up like, okay, I'm going to do exactly what they're doing. You ever see those people work out? I've seen it many times. They go on YouTube and they set up an hour workout for them. And they do this bullshit, silly stuff. It's like none of that builds muscle. None of that makes you more mobile. None of that gets you more fit. You're just, you know what you're doing? That's called exercise. That's all that is. You're just moving. Cool. But when you look at guys like me and you look at really fit human beings, that's what you really want. You don't really want to just be fucking around.
Right.
So do it the way it's been done for a long time. Go train properly. Don't go jump around in a fucking box. Because you know what you're going to do that for, in like, oh, I'm a quick step. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You're going to do that for 2 weeks. You're going to feel a little better. But you're going to burn out. You're going to be like, I don't want to do that anymore. Because you gotta like anything, man. You gotta up the game a little bit. You gotta up the ante. You gotta change stuff. And yeah, man, went off on a tangent on that one.
I think there's a level of exclusivity
Okay,
that comes to being that wealthy.
absolutely. Like you were talking about the Rolls
Like
Royce.
I've seen it firsthand,
Me too.
right? I've worked for billionaires. I used to be their IT director. And my favorite billionaire who I worked for was Dan Loeb,
Okay.
a hedge fund billionaire,
Okay.
worth, I don't know, $3-4 billion.
Yeah, the way they spend money is crazy, isn't it?
Will,
It's crazy.
I was at an event at their penthouse in 15 Central Park West, overlooking Central Park, 40th floor. The entire floor is theirs. The most beautiful apartment ever. Okay. They were hosting an event for the president of Angola, and Obama was there.
Awesome.
And I got to interact with Obama because I had to put the Wi-Fi on his cell phone. So like having that type of power where you have two presidents at your apartment.
It's wild.
To meet and greet and have this conversation, to sit at your table, that power rises to your head.
What's it do for you?
Makes you feel like Superman.
Superman
makes you feel
or
incredible.
Less. Like if you are not on that level,
right?
And you're like, oh my God, I'm talking to Obama. I'm talking about this, talking to this other president. I'm talking about all these amazing people. I'm curious, man, because you're also one of those people too. You're very successful. And, but when back in the day that you're around these people and you weren't so successful,
right?
Did it motivate you or did it make you feel uncomfortable when you were around those type of circles?
Both.
Me too.
Both.
Me too. It motivates the fuck out of me.
Exactly.
And then it makes me feel like I am not doing shit.
Exactly. 100%.
100%.
It definitely motivates the fuck out of me. I don't think I'd be as successful as I am today if I hadn't worked for 4 billionaires.
I agree with that, bro.
Because seeing the way they live made me so disgusted. Not disgusted like it made me disgusted that I don't live that way. Right? Like, why do you get to live like that and I don't?
Right.
You know?
Right. And don't say that. Don't start giving yourself excuses either. Oh, they were born into it. Oh, this, bro. Come
Fuck all
on.
that.
That's bullshit.
Fuck all that.
Yeah.
I never accepted any of that.
I love that. That is totally who you are,
Never.
too.
Yes.
I know that. Yeah.
And I began in such a disadvantage. I wasn't born here.
I know, man.
I was here illegally for 11 years.
Fucking amazing.
Had to work. Didn't speak English.
Amazing.
Had to chip away at all these things that Americans take for granted that they get naturally.
Absolutely.
You know? So like, I never allowed any of that to be a barrier that's going to impede me from getting to where I got to today.
It's kind of what we were talking about earlier, man. Like that difficulty of upbringing and the creativeness that you started creating.
Correct.
And now you're like one of the 1%. But you've built so much cool shit and you continue to build so much cool stuff. That's just how your brain works.
I love to create. I love to build.
Dude, 1 year from now, you're going to be doing something else crazy. I know you. And it's going to be cool. That's just how you're built. And you're going to build the right circles around you. And I'm the same way too, but in my field, right? But when it's given to you, you don't have that.
Right.
But the social circle, so back to that billionaire in the apartment, and me too, man. Like I recently really, really started training very successful people. Grateful for it. My income has tripled, dude. My desire to be more successful has also increased.
100%.
Because like you said, you see, I want that. I want to live like that. I want to take those type of vacations.
Yes.
And it's like, it is possible. It's all possible. But you got to put in the work. Hard work does not lie. It works.
For sure.
It's for real.
And you know what helps? Like, you get to know these people and you're like, man, they fart just like me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they talk shit, they curse.
Yeah, they have fear. They're just regular people, bro.
Fuck yeah, man.
They just figured something out that I haven't yet. Let's go figure it out.
They found a system, bro.
Yeah.
They build systems.
Let's go figure it out.
And they stick to it. They stick to it. They stick to what they're really good at. And they make their money work for them.
Yeah.
When you're young and you want to make your effort make you money. But when you have money, you want your money to make you money. Like right now, I trade time for money. I as a trainer. But what I want to do and what I am doing is having my money that I earn now work for me. That's kind of the middle class approach. And it's also a smart approach. And then when it works enough for me, I can buy the real estate. I can buy these things that earn more money and more money. Then I become the top 1%.
Correct.
But a middle class, good, positive approach to go for things is trade your time for money and make as much money as you can for that time. So don't do $20 an hour, $30 an hour. You need to find a better trade.
Yes.
It's got to be a better trade. A minimum of $100 an hour.
Yes.
It's something you got to do minimum. And then when you earn that income,
save.
You must save. I don't understand people that say don't save. You have to save your
You
money.
have
You
to
should have a
save.
few different things. This is a
Correct.
savings account. Automatic money each month or week goes into it. And then from that, money goes into investments.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be passive. It can be aggressive.
So it
Whatever the
took
fuck you're
me,
into.
it took me almost $250,000 to build my business.
Which one? The
therapy agency.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
Yep.
I had.
How did you earn the quarter to put into it? That's a lot of money.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
So I was making about $150,000 a year plus bonus.
Okay.
Working for these billionaires
In New York, right?
in New York.
Got it.
The bonus was usually about 50K a year.
1/3 of your annual salary. That's phenomenal. Bro.
Yeah, it was about that high.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Good people.
good people.
Very good people.
But also like, I worked my ass off.
I know it.
Like they would call me at 3, 4 in the morning with issues. I have to run out of my house, get up, and go fix the issue.
Mhm.
You know?
You were reliable and dependable.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like I'm in the Hamptons, and then something's wrong in the home in Aspen. I have to get on a plane and go to Aspen
Oh
and go.
my
You know,
God,
like
dude.
that. You
Wow.
know, like
Wow.
extremely demanding.
You never told me that.
So it was I was a one-man show.
Wow.
Working on every single piece of electronic equipment they had, from the network in their yacht, from the cameras in all their homes, their internet, their iPads, their TVs, their racks, their cable network, everything.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell me all that. I didn't know all that.
One man fucking team.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good trade.
Oh yeah.
And look what you've done with it. It's worked out.
So I saved almost $100,000
Liquid.
liquid cash in the bank. Okay.
It's a lot of money.
And that's what helped me start the company. But I got to a point where that wasn't enough.
But
And I
what
had
a
to-
pivot, right? I mean, from what you originally were doing
Yes.
with the billionaires to
Correct.
what you created. What a
So
pivot.
I worked for 4 billionaires. When I was in my 3rd billionaire,
Mhm.
I began to build the company. And then I quit that job, expecting to continue my company and not go back to a 9-to-5. That didn't happen. I had to go back to a 9-to-5.
Mhm.
Several reasons. I got pregnant. I needed health insurance. That was one of the main reasons.
Yeah.
But also, I needed some cash flow coming in.
Yeah, of course.
And as I'm working, I'm chipping away, building the company, and not once did I ever cross my mind that I'm not gonna have the money to build my company. I knew that it was gonna take another $100,000 at least.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have the money, didn't know where to pull it from, but never once did I doubt it. Never once did I question where that money was gonna come from.
Mm-hmm.
There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way, there's gotta be a way.
What kept that type of steadfast mentality, though? That mentality, like, there's got to be a way, and I don't need to pull back on this. This is going to work.
Because
This is going to work out.
Because I already started it.
So you already put the 100K in.
It has to work.
And Danny was
There is
also
no
a
plan
major
B.
part of this too, right?
100%. Yeah, there is no plan B.
I get it, Bubba.
Plan A is gonna work.
Amen.
And she's gonna give birth and never go back to work and just run her business.
And you visualize all this.
And that's
Huge.
100%. And that's what happened.
You visualize all that.
Oh yeah. So I had to borrow $150,000.
Okay.
I borrowed 50 here, 50 there,
From
50 here.
the billionaires or from
No, I
family?
borrowed from her mom, my aunt, and lenders.
Took a lot of balls to do that.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm still paying my aunt back. I owe her $20,000
Okay.
still.
That's easy for you to pay that back.
Yeah.
That's easy for you to pay.
Yeah, I've been paying her $10,000 a month.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. That's just, I mean, that'd be funny.
Paid my mother-in-law back. Paid the lenders back. My point is, if you want to start a business, if you want to start anything, and you're concerned about where the money's going to come from, that's your first problem.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking start.
Mm-hmm.
Make a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Start chipping away. When you build that momentum, all of a sudden, life meets you halfway.
Absolutely. Creates it for you.
A door opens here, a door opens there. You meet someone, you get some
Connections.
money.
Yep.
Yeah. You get a client here,
Starts
you get a client
validating
there.
it. It's like, oh shit, this is happening.
Exactly.
Yep.
Just keep going.
You know, I hear you, and I agree with you. My thing is always afraid to hurt. Like I've had investors be like, "Hey, we can build a gym together," and I know that a gym is not a good investment. I've done the numbers a lot. Anatomy and Equinox, and these guys are huge companies.
Yeah.
DBC Fitness in Miami Design District. They've got a lot of backing though. Like if you're starting, that's why you gotta be smart in the business you go into.
Yeah.
But that's why it's so amazing what you did, bro. Like I look at the fail ratio and I'm like, that is possible. As long as Danny, my wife, Connie is being paid. We're good. We got roof over our head. We got food. I'll go for it. But if I do the numbers, I'm like, this is a high fail ratio. I'm not going to be like, no, man, we listen to this motivational speech, fucking just do it.
Right.
Be smart about it.
No, 100%.
Be smart about it. Like
100%.
what? Show me, like, I got to see, like with a gym, for me, not your business, but me, it's like, what is it? Is it going to be an open gym to where people do memberships?
Right.
That's an obsolete way of doing things. Obsolete. Gyms are going to go obsolete. Everything's going to turn to a private training facility.
Correct.
So when you go in there, you have a trainer. You don't go in there and just dick around with weights. You have to have a trainer.
Right.
That's the only way to do it. And then have the trainers pay I own the gym, a monthly rent to train there. But they got to wear my brand. They got to do my stuff. They work for themselves though. They completely work for themselves. So they pay me hypothetically $2,000 a month to train at my gym. But whatever they make is on them. Their clients pay them. And they have insurance and all these things. That's a good concept, a good model. I've written that one up before. But
hold on.
We talked about this a little bit.
Wait. I want to see if I understand.
Hit me.
What you just said.
Yep. I don't know why I keep saying hit me.
What you're saying is
I own the space. I own the gym. I paid for all the equipment, finance in my name or my business name. I hire hypothetically 5 trainers to train at the gym. They have to pay me $2,000 to train at my gym because I have all the equipment set up. I have all the high-tech stuff. I have the rubber flooring. I have the music. I have the space for the trainers to train their clients.
Visualizing it. Yep, I see it.
And it's aesthetically pleasing. It's high-end. It's beautiful. Everybody wants to go there. There's foot traffic. There's easy parking to get to. High-end equipment.
Can I tell you how you make $100 million?
Well, tell me.
I love that idea.
Let's do it.
Let me show you how you make $100 million with that idea.
Okay.
Okay?
Talk to me.
You take that idea and you franchise it.
Absolutely. That's the only way to do anything, right?
Okay?
Yeah.
And you create a certification program.
Absolutely. That's a dream.
That you design a method on how to build private home gyms.
I like that, bro.
This is how you build it. This is how you put it together. This is how you assemble it. This is the order. This is the machines that you get.
I like that.
And you create the curriculum. You certify people. You franchise it. You brand it. Then you get throughout the nation, throughout the world, other private gyms with your brand, using your methodology, your way of setting it up, your way of doing things. $100 million idea.
I like that, bro. Sounds grand.
Yeah, very grand.
Write it down. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. You got to write it down.
Very grand.
I've been there before. I don't know how to franchise. I know how to write up curriculum.
Oh, that's easy. I got somebody.
I
got 2 people actually.
I don't know how to build certifications through the willpower effect, like me be the one that certifies.
That's
something easy to learn.
Super simple.
But Bubba, thank you for the idea. I really like that idea.
You don't need anything but a computer and your ideas to build a certification program.
Aye.
That's all you need.
Okay.
Your ideas written down, what each step of the curriculum is going to be. You making some graphics, and you printing out a certificate. You creating a program, and you teaching it. Done.
Made it sound very simple.
Yeah, that's how John Maxwell did it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how Garrett J. White does it. No permission asked. No courses taken. They have the idea. They have a curriculum, a methodology. They put into a book and they teach it. And once you're taught, you get certified.
I want to touch on something that we talked about. So this is the power of having great friends, is these kind of conversations.
Yes.
And the power of follow through and accountability. Because this is a great idea and this is something I want to follow up with. And I'll go back home and think about it. And as a good friend, you'll follow up with me next Friday. Be like, hey, anything?
Any traction?
Any traction on that? And that's so anybody watching this, this is what gets you to that, what we earlier talked about, the millions in the top 1%. Man, you got to have good friends that have these kind of conversations. And we don't just have these conversations on a podcast. You have these conversations at dinners, all kinds of stuff.
And you know what? There was a point in my life where I didn't have these kind of visions. It just, me living and me being an entrepreneur and taking risks and meeting other people and opening my mind. I'm at a place right now where I just see opportunity everywhere.
Look at you just 5 minutes ago. That was brilliant. Dude.
Yeah.
You said that really well too. And you don't even know the gym fitness space.
No.
And what you said all makes sense. That checks out. Something the trainer needs to do. And that's a fucking good idea. I'm racking my brain. I'm like, what is it, man?
You can just define yourself that way. This is the willpower way. This is how I build home private gyms. And it's such a niche market.
I have a client that has a $20,000 gym that I helped him build out.
That's why I said this. You can take that. That's your
very
first,
successful.
That is your first one.
Yes, exactly.
Take that. Yeah. I've done this.
Yeah, that's true.
Model after that.
That's true, Bubba.
And it's such a niche market that who has private gyms? Rich people.
Rich people.
Who have the money to pay for it.
Rich
have the
people.
money to pay you.
And who understands the value.
Correct.
Why don't a lot of people have trainers? And I know some people that make good money and they don't have trainers that they
Correct.
Need them. Some folks just don't see the value. So now it becomes, here's my thing, right? I don't ever want to sell fitness. Fitness should sell itself. You should be like, I want to be fucking healthy. Data shows it. You need to be healthy, right? So the 20,000, because it's about 20 grand. You can build a really decent gym for about 8. But 20 grand is the flooring, which is very expensive, and proper equipment, like proper equipment. The gym that I helped build out is an outdoor gym. So it's very weather resistant.
It's amazing.
Dude, it's incredible. If you've seen on my Instagram.
And you could certify them both.
Dude, yeah.
My mind's racing. No. You can then partner up, affiliate with all the manufacturers.
Absolutely.
And you get a cut from all that also.
Rogue, baby. Come on, Rogue.
$100 million idea, Will. I'm not even fucking around.
I know you're not, bub. You know me, I'll put it on paper.
Like literally.
It's what I love. That's the move, right? It's like, what is it? We were talking about podcast. I don't want to do podcasting really. I just want to do yours. I love the fitness space. I love the gym building process. Yeah. I loved it. What kind of square feet do we have to work with? What kind of money, what budget do we have to work with? And we work within that. Now, I don't want to mess around too much with, I've only got 5 grand. I've only got 10 grand. Because then it starts fucking with your model.
Correct.
You have to have a model and then maybe 1 or 2 of them.
100%.
1 or 2 models.
Yes.
Like here's maybe a lesser and here's a proper way to do it. But then
you could even pull off 3.
3 models?
Yeah. And you make the middle one the most accessible one.
I'm working right now with that concept with the online training.
Okay.
Like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 3 is for very, very fit people that just need more creative workouts. They need accountability coaching. Tier 1 is for people that meet them where they're at, right? Like they've really barely off the couch. They barely move. They have no fitness training or experience at all. That's tier 1. So now I'm with you on the tier, like 3. 3 is a good move, I think. 4 is a little too many. Because then you start like changing the whole thing. It's got to be what's the main thing. And the main thing is, man, I love the idea of creating gyms for people at their homes. I love that. It's worked. I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it. Actually, I did $1,000 one actually with my client Macy in her garage.
Look at that.
$1,000 gym. Got to start charging fees on that. But
do you know
I don't.
How successful of a YouTube video that would be?
What, to build out gyms?
I built a $1,000 home gym. Let me show you how I did it. I built an outdoor gym for 10 grand. Let me show you how I did it.
That's sick, dude. Got a great brain, man.
Never thought about that. It would get so many views.
I never thought about that.
And then you can get affiliate links to all the products that you show on the video and get a cut from it if anyone buys it.
No, that's you. That's that alien brain you got, bro. I love it, man. It's all about, me doing it though.
Yeah.
Like I love the conversation.
Because you do
great
things.
It is complex. Thank you, brother. I love you. So do you.
It's about the exposure though.
Yeah, I'm not great with that. That's advertising marketing. Yeah, that's fucking a good idea. I've always wanted to do
because that goes hand in hand with what you're trying to do.
What part specifically?
The videos, right? You showing how you build a gym gives you credibility to say, hey, I'm an authority in this gym, in this private home gym building space, right? And that can get others like, hey, how'd you do that? Great that you asked. I have a certification program that's going to teach you exactly how to do it. Here's my link to my website.
Certification process on how to build a gym or be a trainer certified through Willpower?
Both.
So you think people would pay for a class or a certification? A class on how to do it or a certification on how to build their own gym?
Both.
Why would you want a certification on how to build a gym? So they can then...
Because it is the willpower method on how to build a private home gym. You're going to have your methodology behind it. That's valuable. People give value to that.
Absolutely.
This is your vision of how a home gym should be built because X, Y, and Z. You start here, then you go there. This machine's here for that reason, and X, Y, and Z. So you are teaching other trainers on that methodology on what you believe a home gym should be and how it should be put together. And you are certifying them on that. And then you can also certify them on how to be a trainer, or how to train on that gym methodology.
Damn. Okay.
And you're double dipping. And you're getting twofold. And then you can create one package that gives you both in one, or keep it split, right? Some trainers may not want to learn how to train exactly, but they want to know how to build the gym. They'll take that course.
I think trainers are always, as they should be, search for knowledge. I think they'd want to get the certification through me to see the process.
For sure.
Like, what is it? What makes it different? The gym one I'm a little confused on because I don't know why the gym one of the concept of selling gyms at home, love. Building a certification around that, I don't understand.
You could make that part of the training certification. Make it just one cert, but part of that teaching
So
will teach you how to build the gym also.
I got it now.
You see what I'm saying?
I do got it now. So the trainer gets this certification. They can actually go to their clients and do the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Gotcha, Bubba.
With your brand.
Copy. So they do what I do. They do
Exactly.
literally what I do. They do it in Texas.
You're duplicating yourself and getting a cut from it.
That's brilliant, man.
Exactly.
I finally
because you live here in Florida.
I didn't have enough coffee this morning.
But there are rich people in California, in New York, in
All
Texas,
over. Indiana,
all over that all want their home private gym.
Absolutely.
But you can't be in all these places.
Absolutely.
So you train and franchise
and
your business.
I truly think my concepts are the best. I truly
There you go.
I truly, dude, that's got me fired up.
Bro,
I like that.
Can you imagine your methodology in homes nation fucking wide?
I get asked all the time. All the time. Fuck, man. I like that, dude. I like that.
And then you're building a huge community of trainers that are all following the willpower method.
That's awesome. That's fucking
$100 million idea.
That's a brilliant concept, bub.
Yeah.
Damn.
And you can
We're going to save this one. I like that.
Yeah, you can sell it and cash out 20, 30 mil, bro. Easy.
Or just keep it and let it
grow. Keep it and let it make you money.
Just let it grow.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck, man. That's really good.
Yeah.
You just thought that off the top of your dome. Damn, son.
Full download.
Must be nice. I've been doing this for 11 years. I never thought about that. Ever. I thought about doing the certifications for trainers.
Right.
But that concept basically duplicate me.
Duplicate you.
Brilliant, dude.
Yeah, and you get a cut from everybody.
Because even just the certification alone of the willpower effect, all right, cool. You learn my training. Now you're going to go do it at a gym. You're going to go do it somewhere else. No, the real concept is like all the equipment that I use.
Correct.
Like I use specific equipment for certain things.
Exactly.
And you don't need to do anything else, literally, for an athlete, for a business executive.
Yes.
They need boxes. They need rubber flooring. They need barbells. They need kettlebells. They need farmer carriers. They need all the stuff that I use.
You could make more money on the affiliate side.
I think so.
Than on the actual teaching side.
I think so.
Because there's so many different pieces of equipment that you could partner up with.
Absolutely.
And get at a discount rate. Because look, you can go to a mat floor vendor and say, hey, I run this program. I'm going to have 150 guys coming to you to order pieces. Give me a good rate. You get a link, you give it to your guys, everybody's ordering, and you're getting a cut from everybody.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's really good. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna get that written down by Friday. I'll have a business plan. Next Friday.
Let's do it.
That's 24th.
Let's fucking do it.
Bada boom.
This is not that hard.
It's
This is super easy.
It's not hard for you, Bubba, because you gotta meet me where I'm at, right? Like your brain.
I can guide you through the whole fucking step.
I think I've got the skill to make that happen.
You do.
Your business brain is awesome, though.
I can help you.
Yeah, I
leverage.
I love the idea.
Leverage me.
100%. 100%. We've been talking about doing business together for a while.
Yeah.
This is probably the first one.
Yeah. I'll take a 5% cut in the back end. Don't worry.
You know I got you, Bubba. I'm not shy with money. I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. Maybe even a little partnership there.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe better than
Yes.
5%. So partnership, and you truly help me see it through.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
All right, done.
Next topic.
Next topic, hit me. We got trans. We got business.
Let's go.
Boxing.
Yeah. There's one thing I saw that I wanted to touch base on. This gets really political.
Okay.
But I think this, what occurred to me was the beginning of the end for Joe Biden.
Okay.
Was the way he left Afghanistan.
Okay.
And now there's a video circulating the internet of the Taliban. They were parading with every single piece of equipment that we left there. Trucks and tanks and all these vehicles, all these guns, all these missiles, all these weapons that we left there because we didn't plan that exit properly.
What Democrat has ever shown strength in the military? And I'm genuinely asking. If our country is divided on who to vote for,
if I had to
it's
think about
economy
it
and military.
to give you an answer, I would say Clinton was probably the closest.
Bill, really?
I don't think he did a great job at it, but to answer your question,
Okay.
like in my recollection, the Democrat that's been, I think he was maybe the toughest. I
hear you, Bubba.
I think he handled Kosovo well.
Okay.
Back in, was that 98, 96, or the fuck that was?
A little earlier than that. I think.
Was it?
Yeah. 93 maybe?
No, it was later than that.
Was it?
Yeah. I think it was like 95, 96, Kosovo.
Okay.
But I agree.
No, I mean, when you're getting divided, it's literally who's the strongest for military and economy. And if and just show me. I'm genuinely asking, what Democrat has been strong in military, leadership, and economy? I have not seen it, man. You just saw Kamala Harris. I said her name wrong. Whatever. Kamala Harris
It's a Kamala, right?
Fucking.
I think it's Kamala.
It's Kamala. All right, whatever. Miss Harris, Mrs. Harris. I think she's married. You just saw her on the podium talking about beef has gone up 50%. Bread's gone up 5%. She always changes her voice with who she's talking to. It's like, yeah, under your 4 years, it's gone up. You just made a case for Trump.
Yeah. Under your leadership.
Correct. It's like, honey, you just shit the bed there. Like she always does when she talks. But it's, I'm telling you, man, I don't understand. Maybe it's just common sense. Like we're not in a recession by any means.
They're saying we're going to be in one soon. I don't buy it.
The CEO of Bank of America just said it's not going to happen.
Yeah, blowing smoke.
They want to create fear.
100%.
They want to create fear.
Yeah.
But
they want to create fear because they want to try to control the election.
You got it, dude. But with, again, controlling the election, show me what you've done. They are. And Trump's probably going to lose.
I don't think so.
I'll say this on the fucking mic right now.
I don't think so.
He's somehow too big to rig, right? But he somehow is going to, oh, dude, we don't want that. That is dangerously bad if that does happen. Let's not talk about the VP she chose.
Oh, my God. I just think
that guy's a squirmy little fuck.
He is.
And there's some information about that guy that is not good.
Did some fucked up shit in the military.
Mm-hmm.
He
is shown to be a fucking liar.
Yeah.
That's not good, man. And when people talk about Trump, the guy doesn't lie. Everybody loved Trump before he went out for presidency.
Correct. The Clintons.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody liked the guy. Rappers, everybody liked the dude. Now then he goes for presidency doesn't need to. The guy doesn't make his money in politics. He makes his money in business.
Correct.
That's a great leader. And these people that talk poorly about Trump, as a human being, they're taking it too personal. If these people got to know their bosses, they wouldn't like their bosses either.
No.
Really strong leaders are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
They just are. They're not worried about your fucking feelings.
No.
And stop being so selfish that your feelings matter so
They're
much.
worried about the bigger picture, not the individual.
100%.
Yeah.
Your feelings don't matter that much. If you're not a part of the solution, you're being a part of the problem. That's just a fucking fact. And if you're like, yeah, but my feelings, I don't give a fuck, dude. That your feelings are fake.
Yeah.
Like, fix them. We only have a few different emotions, right? Your feelings, I don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Here's what really bothers me
Talk to me.
about her being the nominee.
That she laughs after every sentence?
Well, that too. But the fact that I don't quite understand how it's constitutional for her to currently be the nominee. And I'll explain why. Okay. For Joe Biden to become the nominee, we had a primary.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Democrats voted.
They waited to the very last minute to where there can't be another nominee other than her. That's why they did that. That was all planned out.
I understand, but I don't think it's constitutionally legal. I'm not sure about
Me either,
it.
bro. Good
But
question.
it feels very shady. The fact that the people went to vote in the primaries to make Joe Biden the Democratic nominee.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And then the what's it fucking called?
VP?
No, the delegates.
Okay.
The delegates are the ones that whose vote really counts, right? For example, Indiana. Let's say for the Democrats in Indiana during the primary voted for Joe Biden.
Okay.
So that means that the Democratic delegates for Indiana must vote for Biden.
Right.
Right?
Right.
The people's vote don't really count. The
That's
people's
true.
vote counts towards the delegate.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It sways the delegate's vote.
Yep.
Right? So she is now the nominee because
And skip that
all
whole
the
process.
delegates who voted for Joe Biden
just gets
switched their
She just
vote
gets
to
those.
Kamala.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she just gets those naturally.
Without re-involving the people to do a new primary to vote for her.
Damn, son. Yeah, that's true, Bubba.
Right?
Yep.
Because if you do another primary, another candidate can join in it and challenge her.
Correct. And they didn't want
They
that.
never
Why?
allowed that process
Correct.
to occur.
She skipped all that stuff.
They bypassed the democratic process of the people being involved to vote for a primary candidate. They literally bait and switched.
100%.
Bye Joe, hi Kamala.
I think Vivek said that was exactly going to happen, too. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong.
I think it's Vivek.
Vivek.
Yeah.
Brilliant dude.
Brilliant.
Brilliant dude.
Brilliant dude.
He said specifically that was going to happen, and he said that a year ago. That's exactly what happened. He's like, Joe Biden's not even running the country.
Oh, he hasn't been for a long
They're going
time.
to wait till the last minute to where she can skip all those steps and not have a challenger to challenge her.
Right.
Another nominee.
My question
just gonna-
is that legal?
They'll find the loophole. They will. They're probably not, bro. It doesn't even make sense that
Makes
would
no
be
sense.
Because then you wouldn't even have the system.
You completely bypassed the democratic process.
Correct.
Where's the people in that
And they're
process?
always talking about Donald Trump is trying to get rid of democracy. They are literally the proof
They
of.
literally
don't-
bypassed it.
That's how they live, though.
Yes.
That's how they live. Yeah, dude. I don't understand how we got there or here. I really don't. I think we just got busy with
It makes
life and
no
we didn't pay
sense.
attention, and we're like, oh shit, this is where we're at right now. And I'm telling you, man, I don't know how Joe won the first time. I really don't.
Oh, that's easy.
But they did it once; they can do it again. Now it's going to be blatantly obvious.
I don't think they can
Ask somebody
because
what they
COVID really helped.
What Biden? Because
Yes.
people couldn't go in and vote.
Correct.
Yeah,
So the mail-in votes were super high.
I've heard a lot of people say they're not going to vote this year too.
I've heard that too.
I've heard a lot of people say that, and I'm like,
I've heard
damn.
that too.
But man, I gotta tell you, I'm confused on how people don't go for the right side. I really am, because if I ask you, like, what do you like about Kamala, or again, how you pronounce her name? What do you like about her? Oh, she's a woman. Okay, but what about her policy? Do you like?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really follow that. Well, maybe you should. You know, if you're gonna say something like that.
Right.
If you don't have anything intelligent to say, just don't speak. But I don't know, man. I've got close friends of mine going for the other side, and they're still friends of mine, but they're clients of mine too. They're going for the other side. I'm like, holy shit, dude, what's happening? I'm telling you, he might lose, dude.
I wouldn't mind. I don't care about the side. I really care about the policy.
Obviously,
Right.
of course.
But
it just so happens
that's not most people.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you're right. Actually,
Most care about the color, blue or red.
That's so true, bro. That's true. That's
you
true.
know.
I'm talking out my ass. That's true.
And like if she had good policies,
Yeah.
if she would close the fucking border
and shown positive results,
right?
Shown like she's.
I
done
would
stuff.
happily vote for her.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck that she's a
too.
what makes no. Can you run the country?
That's it.
Can you?
I don't think that
put
woman
America
could run
back on top.
I don't think that woman could run a grocery store. I don't think she could. And same with Biden. Biden couldn't run a McDonald's shift. He couldn't do an 8-hour shift. If you can't do an 8-hour shift,
I agree with you with him now. I think Biden 10, 15 years ago,
sharp.
probably.
He was sharp. He was also blatantly racist.
Oh, yes.
Nobody talks about that.
Yes.
That cat
Wasn't he part of red taping, redlining?
Some shit like
Wasn't
that.
he,
Some
in the
shit like
80s?
that. But he said blatant, not like sound bites, blatant racist remarks. And if you notice, the guy shifts. We're not going to talk about Biden so much because it's not important, right?
Right.
But Kamala, Newsom, what's this guy's name? Her VP, Waltz. These people shift a lot. If you shift a lot, you can't be a leader. A leader is a stoic, steadfast human being that will accept, input and things like that and listen. But their ultimate thing is what is best for the country.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Play it.
Okay? Because J.D. Vance has also snaked around.
He has. And also on Trump.
Correct.
Around, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I
get it. People change their mind.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's okay. Absolutely. That's okay.
It's perfectly okay.
Absolutely.
But I do think the Democrats are trying to do everything possible to win.
And they will. They have all the media.
Do you think they
have
were?
all the media.
Do you think that?
Did you see any Donald Trump commercials in the Olympics? Nope.
I don't recall.
Not one.
No.
I saw a lot of Kamala though.
Oh, it's NBC. That's
yeah,
why.
but still, for fuck's sakes, man. Like that is
And
so blatantly
NBC
obvious.
used to employ Trump.
Come
The
on.
Apprentice.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't get it. You didn't see one Donald Trump. It's not that he's not taking it serious. He's saying now that he's too big to rig. It's like, bub, you gotta we need more media on him. He needs to be doing more stuff. There's
what
a
do
lot
you think about the
Kamala.
assassination attempt?
I'll tell you what. The first thought, I thought it was fake. The first thing I saw, I was like,
Give me
this
more.
is fake.
Fake how? Fake.
In the sense,
Trump
I thought it was
planned it.
I thought it was
fake
set
how?
up. I thought it was set
By
up.
who?
Man, the deep.
The right, the left.
Good question. I at first thought it was. I think they're all together in cahoots somehow. But I thought that the right set it up, right?
So Trump himself set it up.
But then
For what reason?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. I think to create the image, right? That really strong fucking image, which is the dopest picture of all time.
Do you really believe all that could have been planned out?
Fuck no. I was getting there then. I don't think that is too risky. Like you could die.
Yeah.
And but again,
Like
devil's
0.5
advocate.
seconds
Correct.
when he turned his fucking head.
Brother, yes. And devil's advocate is why I went there. I was like, is it fake? Not that I really, really thought that, but for a split second, I was like, could it have been fake?
Right.
No, you're right. Well, if you fuck that up, you're going to die. Right? And you're not wearing like a jacket that can protect you.
Yes.
It's a headshot.
Yes.
So, and again, being that it could have been fake, how did nobody see this fucking guy? People did see
they
him, pointed
did.
him out. Guys walking around
How
with
did they not give a fuck about it? Right? How did...
And man, it's just there's so much about that is very strange, and it's all been put under the rug now. We don't hear anything about it.
Question for you.
Hit me.
Do you think it was an actual conspiracy where they planned to
That makes
allow that
sense,
to
though.
happen? Or do you think it was just a lack of management where the Secret Service is probably spread too thin and something fell through the
fucking
cracks?
thin. They got one job: protect this guy. That's you spread too thin. So you got one fucking job: protect him at all costs. And some of the Secret Service members around him looked like they didn't know what the fuck they were
Playing
doing.
devil's advocate again.
Hit me.
During election season, that's their busy season.
Right.
Right? Because you got to protect Trump and Ivanka, and you got to protect Kamala and Joe and Kamala's husband.
Yep.
And there's more people to protect.
Yep.
Maybe they're spread thin in that manner.
But that's what they do.
Right.
So they're spread thin, but to them, that's not thin. It's like, this is what I do.
Right.
So for them, it's not difficult. But let me go back and be real clear. No, I don't think it was fake, but I really think that it was a huge ball dropped. I think you got to see a lot of weakness in the Secret Service. He needs to hire his own private Secret Service or former military or whatever. That's what
BlackRock. I'm sorry, not BlackRock. What am I talking about?
Special Forces, brother.
No. That private company.
There's a lot of them.
The one that was really famous during Iraq.
I don't know.
Fuck. It was owned by
I know like Secret Service.
owned by Bush's vice president. What's his name? Cheney?
Okay. I really don't know.
It wasn't BlackRock. It was Blackwater.
Blackwater sounds right.
It was Blackwater.
It's called fucking Blackwater, bro.
I think it was Blackwater.
We're going to call it Blackwater right now.
Blackwater.
It's fucking Blackwater. All right. So, yeah, he needs to hire them. Or he needs to... He's so smart that should never happen again. Obviously, I can't believe it even got there. The kid is on a fucking rooftop. Obvious, clear as day, with a rifle, not wearing any Secret Service equipment. Shouldn't have a gun pointed to the president anyways, former president. And I'm baffled by that entire situation, man. And I'm baffled how nobody's talking about it now. It's just put right on the rug. I'm telling you, I just think there's too much going on that people aren't paying attention to, like things that really matter.
Let's go a level deeper.
Matters. Hit me.
Let's go a level deeper.
That really matters, though. How did that happen? How did that happen?
Right.
It can happen again.
Yeah.
It can happen again.
What do you think would have happened if Trump had died?
I think we still need to be careful of a civil war. I think people in the Midwest and the hardworking parts of the country are getting fed up with the bullshit.
What would a civil war look like to you? Is
The
it
weak
red
would get
versus
destroyed.
blue?
I think it'd be survival of the fittest, to be honest with you.
Really?
I think it'd be survival of the fittest.
I think it'd be a class warfare.
Okay.
I think they would come for the rich.
I think you're absolutely right, bro. I think you're absolutely right. I think you first defend your home, and then you're like, okay, now we need to actually like eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go attack the rich.
Mm-hmm.
You first would defend your home, your family, your kids, and then you're like, okay, but we're
It's
running
gonna be
out
a
of
huge
goods.
class warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
the rich will be in their fucking bunkers.
that's a fact. That's already happened.
Yeah.
They've already built
They'll be in their
bunkers for
bunkers.
themselves.
Yeah.
But their houses will get ransacked.
Yep.
But that's the thing. You want good guys with guns and you don't want bad guys with guns. Well, that's not going to happen. So it needs to be a fair fight. Now, so people need to learn how to use a pistol. They need to learn how to use guns. People need to learn how to fight. You need to learn how to defend yourself. Because what if? I'd rather need it. I'd rather have it and not need it, being my hands and I can fight, or a gun. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
100%.
Fuck. Now this guy's breaking into my house, doing God knows what with a wife, kids, taking all my shit.
Which is
I can't
why
do
my
anything about
wife
it.
got trained on how to use a gun
I remember you
and got
told
her
me that.
license.
I mean, you told me that.
For that same reason. I'd rather her know and not need it than need it and not know.
And unfortunately, people are like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Well, dude, it could happen. Because if he did get shot, dude, it'd be really sad. I think his son will come back with a vengeance when he gets older. I think he's gonna be a special young man. Already is.
You talking about Barron?
Barron, special young kid, man. Just very, very special.
Very bright.
Very, very bright, and rightfully so. He goes to the best schools.
Yeah.
But
if
that were to happen, there would be some serious problems, man. Like serious problems.
Serious.
Because you don't want the right to fight the left. If the right fights the left, the Democrats, if conservatives are fighting left,
The left would die.
you're going to get slaughtered.
The left would die.
We're more violent. We're
More guns.
prone to protect
More
ourselves.
weapons,
More
yeah.
weapons. We're pro weapons.
Yeah.
You're going to be fighting with knives and butter knives and shit. You're going to get slaughtered.
Have you heard of a book called The Fourth Turning?
No. Mm-mm. Tell me about it.
It's a book written by What's his name? I'm gonna have to remember it. I don't remember right now. Anyway,
What's the base?
it's the basis that every 80 to 100 years we go through a cycle.
Okay.
Okay, and there are 4 turnings within that cycle, and we are now currently once again in the 4th turning of this cycle.
Oh,
The last time we were at this 4th turning was during World War II.
okay.
Every single 4th
Checks out.
turning that America has had has ended in war or violence.
It has to.
It has to.
It has to. Or
It has to.
natural disaster, right?
Correct.
But yeah, man, that.
I think it goes from
But when you talk about war, are you talking about like domestically, or are you talking about
war period. Could be
World
any
War
type
III.
of war. Could be World War III.
even that is you're talking about people with nuclear weapons.
Yes.
If that happens and you're not like the top country being the US and we
Yeah.
got to fight Russia and China, nobody thinks about this and I don't know why, but that is our lives are all going to be changed dramatically.
Oh, everyone's dead.
Nuclear weapons, man.
A very small population will survive, and there'll probably be remote tribes
Let's talk about something positive.
that weren't
This
around.
is something I've thought about.
Let's do it.
Is why the fuck do we want to go to war anyways? Why don't the countries just look, you take your lane, you're good. Everything's good here. Why does Russia need to invade? I get it for land, but why though? You have land. Like why are we still
So-
fighting these wars?
There are
And why would they
multiple-
want to fight even in America? The chances of them getting planes, missiles, or whatever to here to infiltrate America would be near impossible. So they'd have to infiltrate it in America.
Right.
They'd have to have people here to start the wars here.
So it's about control.
It is. I know that's
Right.
the initial thing, right?
Right.
Power, money, control.
To answer your question, though,
But
Russia,
why?
for example,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They truly believe, Putin truly believes that Ukraine is a part of Russia.
I've heard that.
It used to be a part of Russia.
Uh-huh.
It was called Prussia.
No shit.
Yes.
Okay.
It was called Prussia.
When did that change?
18 something.
Okay. So, okay. Long fucking time.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. 19 something,
Got it.
early, between 18 and 1900s. And before it became Ukraine, it was part of Russia. Half of Ukraine speaks Russia.
Okay.
It speaks Russian.
Yeah.
And they are very attached to the Russian culture. A lot of Ukrainians have siblings and family members in Russia that are from Russia. So Putin truly believes that Ukraine is a part of Russia. And his dream is to put the Russia of old that was from its glory days back together. And that means bringing Ukraine back into Russia. So that's that answer.
Thank you. Always explain things well.
Same with China. China wants Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because before Mao had the Chinese Revolution, once the revolution occurred, the people who were in power in China fled to Taiwan, and the communists took over. So the mainland became the Republic of China,
Okay.
and Taiwan became I forgot what they called themselves, but it was the old China, right?
Okay.
Which eventually became Taiwan. So China feels that Taiwan is a part of China. They want to bring that back in. But Taiwan feels like they've evolved to become a completely separate entity
Of
from
course.
China.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So that's that
Makes sense.
battle also
Yeah.
over there, right? And then you have the resources battle,
I think that's the number one thing, isn't it?
right?
The resources.
You have oil. Land could be a resource too. You have land, you have oil, you have the right soil to grow certain things, right? And that leads to money, profits, power, control.
Yeah, so that's a never-ending war.
Never.
Never-ending war.
I think war is as human as us talking and having a conversation.
Sadly, yes.
You know?
Sadly, yes. I'll tell you, man. I'm not worried about us. I'm worried about a war in other countries, and America's always getting involved in those wars, and that coming into our land. That's what I'm worried
We finance everything.
We do finance
like this
everything.
war in Gaza, we're financing both sides.
Which is absurd.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
We literally finance both sides.
It's absurd.
It's crazy.
I don't understand the benefit on that, man. It's just, what can you do though? It's out of our hands. Like if I can't fix something, I'm not going to sit and dwell on it. You know, it's dangerous, but I know how to use a gun. I know how to fight.
But they don't want to fix it.
Yeah, but why though? Just continue because war makes money. That's why. Because war makes money. Yeah, money is the root of all evil, isn't it? And
they don't give a fuck.
Well, think about how many innocent people have died.
They don't care.
I think, what did they say recently? The left side said that the Ukrainian war isn't, they originally were like, oh, we got to protect the people. We got to protect the people. Then it's like, no, they got resources now. That's what there's a recent video that they're like, the reason we're here to assist and help and do what we're doing is because they have the resources. But initially it was because they want to protect the people. So which one is it? Is it both?
Right.
But what it really is, and America is doing is they're getting in business with them. They have resources that we want.
This is another reason why I think it would be a class war, even if it's a World War III, because it's clear that the elites do not give a fuck about anything or anybody else.
Very.
It's clear.
Very.
Like they see these people dying as fucking ants.
Yeah, it's
insignificant lives that mean nothing.
I think a lot of people think that way too. Yeah, I think you're right, man.
I don't know if most think that way,
Fucking psychotic.
but I would agree that most are detached.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's so far away. It's not happening to you. It doesn't affect you on your daily life. Right? So you're disconnected from it.
Yeah, like you're from Brazil, man. When I went to Brazil to visit Brazil and I saw the favelas, the houses on the mountains, I maybe it's because I'm like an empathic human being, but I'm like, I just feel so bad for these people. I'm like, man, whatever it takes, like, why don't the rich of Brazil take care of their poor? Right? So I'm kind of like a socialist a little bit, but it's like, I'm not. I just think that you should take care of people. Like if you have the ability to take care of people, you should take care of people. If you have the money, like I know a bunch of wealthy Brazilians, bunch of them, you being one of them. And I know that you take care of your family. But other ones, it's like, just, take care of people. Why does everything, going back to war, I know that it's power and it's control. I don't want them to get to where I'm at. It's like, homie, like,
let me
people living in the favelas are not going to get to where you're at.
Let me put a dent in that, right? There are many times where you can try to teach someone, but if they're not ready to receive that message, you're wasting your time.
Absolutely true.
I feel that
absolutely true.
Being poor is a frequency that you vibrate in. For you to get out of poverty, you must raise your vibration and vibrate in a different frequency.
Absolutely true.
A lot of people were not ready to leave that vibration. So you can give them half those people in those favelas, okay? I'm a billionaire. I give them each money. None of them would take that money and do anything that's going to make their lives better. They blow that whole fucking thing.
They won't make the community better.
Huh?
They will not make the community better.
No, they'd blow that whole thing.
Man, that's powerful.
Because they don't vibrate at the frequency required to understand the power of that money, the power of this tool, and what they can do with it. It's holy shit. That's a lot of money. I've never seen that before. Let's go party.
That's true.
That's the other issue of why the 1% want to keep everybody down. Not everyone's going to understand. It's too difficult to make everyone understand. And the amount of energy required to make everyone evolve is so exhausting. So it's almost like those who evolve, those who learn the matrix, those who open up their eyes, get to join the club. To join the club, you got to evolve and open your eyes. They make it very hard for you to open up your eyes because they know that once you do, you're limitless. You're never going back. Correct. So they make it very difficult for you to open up your eyes. And they already know that sometimes even if you do, you won't get there. Right? How many see it but aren't able to execute it? So many. So they know. And they keep the cycle going.
That's a great, we're going to clip that one. That's a good one. Sometimes I fear I fall into that a little bit.
Fall into what?
I see things all the time. I get these plans. I have books of business plans and things written down. But the execution's a bit of a problem.
Is it an issue with
time? Just having the time to do it.
It's time.
It's time. I mean, I work 12 hours a day, so it's like, I come back and tell Connie this. I'm like, man, I come back. Last thing I want to do is do any more work. Like, I just want to kind of be like a normal American, sit back and chill. Bless you. But it's like, also, part of me is like, well, then cut out some of the sessions, cut out some of the clients, and it will pay off down the road. But that's part of my reputation and my
What if you were to do
reliability.
this? What if you were to take Friday, just for example, let's say, I'm just giving you another, let's say you have 6 clients on Friday, right? You sprinkle them through the week. Put one on, add one to Monday, add one to Tuesday, add one to Wednesday, add one to Thursday, which give you your Friday free, and you still get the same amount of money.
That's very smart. That's very smart.
And that gives you some time.
It gives you 2 days, because I like to work Saturday too. I think that's a great day to work. I think Sunday's properly a day for rest.
Yes.
But Friday and
that
Saturday,
gives you a day.
It's a great idea, man.
You sprinkle one client, each day, which will extend your Monday, it will extend your Tuesday, but it'll give you a free Friday.
After this, I'll think about it. It's a good idea, though. You're a great problem solver, bro. You're very quick with problem solving. That's high frequency.
I don't like excuses.
Yeah, I try not to make them.
Not even that. It's just like, I like to overcome excuses. It's probably a better way to put it. And I like...
Yeah, developing solutions, man.
Show a path, show a way.
Yeah. Let me tell you something even more powerful where I want to get to with my practice is I want to show them the way, not hold their hand because it's a bad way to say it, but I want to be like, hey, hypothetically. So with mine, the business plan from the franchising to the building the homes. Okay, look, Monday, I want you to do this. Like 1, 2. I want you to do step 1 and step 2 and tell them what 1 and 2 is. Tuesday, I want you to do 3 and 4. But you got to complete 1 and 2 first. It's why I hated school so much. Because the teacher went from the first subject that I didn't get. She's on to the second and third. I lost my will to learn. So like with execution of me, I had the excuse of time, but I like to be busy. So like I could, if I was excited and I saw like, hey, this is actually going to work out. If hypothetically my coach Leo was like, hey, Will, Monday when you get back at 6, I want you to do 1 and 2. It's only going to take you about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, but I want you to do step 1 and 2 and write this thing out. But you got to tell him what 1 and 2 is and fucking hold his hand. I want you to do this 2 or 3 and 4. I want you to do this Tuesday. 5 and 6. I want you to do this Wednesday. By Friday, we're going to have all this shit done and we're going to go over it, take what we like, leave what we don't, and formulate next week.
Right.
Small goals to greatness. Small achieved goals to greatness. That is how I think teaching should be done. How you're talking, Elon Musk does this with his kids and a lot of people. You got to teach fundamental skills, but how to complete tasks. And that is a problem that I have. I do make the excuse of time and energy. At the end of the day, I'm pretty beat. But I can do it. I can do it. And anybody watching this can do it. But I think the next evolvement for coaches are really fucking fundamentally teaching people how to complete tasks, but telling them how to do it. So when you tell me, man, what you're telling me right now, tell me specifically how to do it. You know, because I think you know how to do it. Developing solutions it's like developing ideas, right?
Yes.
Sometimes you're like, somebody's coming up with ideas. It's like, buddy, I've already thought about that. Thank you. I need help. And so everybody help on execution. I think your gentleman here that helps you out, he's helped you with execution.
100%.
You know, he's helped you with execution. That's the team. The team is to help you out with execution.
For sure.
That's my next thing, man. My next 6-month goal is to execute on these things, right? And I can
make a plan.
I like the Friday idea. Just putting more. I got to make sure my clients are good with that. I'll never lose my morning clients. I have certain clients that train with me every single day. Can't cut them, right? So they'll always have Monday through Friday. But that's nothing. What I like about what I do, it wakes me up early in the morning. That's what I love about what I do as a trainer. I'm up typically 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And that's because I have clients. I have something to do. It's not just
right.
like I watched this video and it says to wake up early in the morning. And that's what you got to tell people. But wake up in the morning to do something. Not, okay, I wake up, now what?
Right.
We wake up and work out and then start completing tasks that day.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that can work.
It can work, yeah. I think that's the involvement of coaches, man, is really step by step telling people how to do things. Same with workouts, man. Where like I think I actually did. No, I didn't. I was going to send you a workout plan for you to build more size, right? But I was like, no, because like if I say 25 pounds, maybe that's too light. But I need to see it. I got to see how you move with the weight, and then I can tell you exactly what weight to use and how many reps to use. But I have to see it.
Right.
You got to meet them where they're at, and it's got.
Right.
But that's the thing, right? Like if I tell somebody to do step 1 and 2. Maybe that 1 and 2 is too intense for them. Or they don't even know how to they don't know how to get off the ground. And again, I'm talking about business concepts. So let's say the criteria for the willpower effect. And you tell me, hey, Will, 1 and 2 is research what it takes to get the certification. That's 1. And then how long does it take? Yeah, but I'm not great at searching on the internet. Okay. Well, then do these keywords. You search these specific keywords in this link. I already did it for you. Here you go. I just sent you the link. Do that, Will. Complete that task. That's what I mean. Because I've had my dad. My dad's like, hey, you should do this. You should do this. I'm like, Pop, I don't need any more I should do. Help me execute it. And that's where you could charge a fee, right? That's a whole nother thing there, right?
Yep.
I'm with you, man. It's my next 6 months is execution. I don't know how we even got there, but my next 6 months is execution.
What do you think has currently been the biggest barrier for you to execute?
Clarity and energy. Clarity on what to do that's going to work, because that's a big one. If you're like, I could put the time in, but this might not even work, then you're really not excited to do it. Like if you're like, if I have a clear objective and I can really visualize like you did with that $250,000 investment into your business, you first put 100 in and you're like, man, this is going to work. I'm going to get 50 here. I'm going to get 50 here. But you really had that feeling like this is going to work.
Just to go deeper into that, I also did my research prior.
Yeah. Well,
meaning like I think it's 1 in 80 right now. 1 in 80 kids are born with autism.
Oh my gosh.
And they're saying that by 2050, it's going to be like 1 in 50.
What's the leading cause?
So one of the leading causes is heavy metals, mercury in the bloodstream, in the body. That's one of the leading causes, which could lead back to vaccines. So there's all that, but there is no diagnosis for it. There's no direct diagnosis for it. Currently, the leading theory is heavy metals, mercury, which can lead back to vaccines.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
1 in 50, you think it's going to be?
That's what they're saying. That's what they're
right now
plotting.
It's 1 in 80.
1 in 80.
Oh, man.
And they're charting it out. So thinking businessly, this is great. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
Right? It's an unfortunate great thing that I can make this business that I know is future proof, that I know will always be needed, that I know there's always going to be kids to service.
There's
And
a
kids
need
will always going to need service.
positive ratio, and this is going to be successful. I get it.
Exactly.
I hear you. The research did that for me.
Correct.
I hear
One
you.
way that you can do research, very, very simple, and it'll cost you very, very little. Okay. Create a video ad
Okay.
of you saying, "Hey, my name is Will. I do X, Y, and Z. I help you certify and build home gyms. I've done X, Y, something." Create a small ad. Go to Facebook, go to Instagram, put $5 a day or $10 a day for a week.
See the feedback.
Let the ad run, see the feedback.
Feedback is the truth. Feedback is the truth.
See what you get, see how many hits you get, see how many are actually interested. And you can do testing, run 3 different ads. One targeting a homeowner who wants to build the gym. You do another ad targeting the trainer wanting to learn how to build the gym. And then you do a third ad with a trainer wanting to learn the training behind the gym. Right? Test it all, see what happens.
It's very good.
Get that data back.
That's very good.
Before you go and spend a ton of money investing and seeing what actually can be done, right? You go out and you see if the public likes your idea.
What's that called? Beta testing or something?
That's called A/B testing.
A/B testing?
A/B testing.
What's A/B stand for?
Just A/B because you're doing 2 ads at once.
Okay.
So you have ad A and ad B.
Copy. I like it, man. I like it. That's a very good idea for guys like me that are more hands-on.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to sit back and research a bunch of shit. I get bored. I get
Right.
the ADD.
And if you don't want to do a video with yourself, there are many different ways. You can do
know,
AI.
You know I love to put myself in video.
Sure.
That's not a problem.
I'm saying, though, for
that's a good
somebody
idea.
else who does it, who may not want to, you can do graphics. You could hire someone to do a voiceover, whatever it may be. There are ways to make
That's
ads without
something
your face being in it.
That I like a lot. I like the graphics behind ads, like the
Right.
little subtitles.
Yes.
And the catchy subtitles. I think
Yes.
it's really good. All right, man. I'm gonna work on that as well. I like it. Thank you for the help.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it, brother. What topics we got?
Business 101 up in here.
That's you, man. That's your wheelhouse, brother. You fly off that quick. That's like me with a workout, dude. I can create workouts so fucking fast, and workouts that just make sense. And
I know what you mean.
But that's me with workouts. You can put me somewhere. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this, gonna do this, gonna do this, do this.
Yes.
And it'd be like, oh, I've never done any of these movements before. It's like, yeah, this helps with this. This helps with that. That's you with business. That's awesome.
I can see the bigger picture and I know how to slice it.
You're also very solution driven, which I love.
Yes.
You're very solution driven. Problems are just obstacles, and obstacle is the way.
Exactly.
You know.
I think we're gonna end it here.
Me too. I'm starving.
So am I. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry, brother.
Yeah. It's a great podcast.
Always is you and me.
We had some great conversations. We got into some great topics. We should definitely do this more often. We should keep this going.
I'm with it, brother.
Yeah.
Like once every quarter.
Maybe once a month.
Maybe once a month, because that's goal driven, right?
Yeah. Once
Accountability. Hey, how did we do on that?
A month. Oh.
But and then hopefully I will have some good news for you.
Yeah. And it's becoming like an ongoing conversation that turns into like a vlog, a diary of like
Ooh, I love that.
where, keep each other accountable and working on our goals.
Give me before we sign off here. Give me a goal of yours by next month. We are say October 1st.
I will have my course launched, my landing page ready to go, my book basically done and in production, and I'm going to be running ads heavily.
That's huge, man.
Literally, it's going to be the beginning of everything.
That's huge.
Yeah. That's right where I'm at right now. We're ready to burst this fucking dam. Everything is converging at the same time. Everything is becoming ready at the same time, ready to pop.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
October 1st.
Let's fucking get it.
Let's fucking get it, baby.
My guy.
I love you, man.
I fucking love you, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, hope you enjoyed this format of the podcast. We got to talk, shoot the shit, go into some current events, go into a little business, deep thinking, deep diving. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this style, comment down below. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Follow at Will Powers. We'll see you guys next time.